It is playoff time here in the Big T. It's the Big 3 here on Fox. We're inside the American Airlines Center as the #1 seed. Power takes on Tri-State. Power just one loss on the season, and that one loss came to Dr. J's Tri-State squad. Brian Custer alongside Jim Jackson. This is what we've been waiting for. You got the #1 seed taking on the #4 seed. Power taking on Tri-State. Power just one loss. It happened to Tri-State. It was back in week 3.
But a different Power team. I think they're more settled in on their roles. Again, that game, 34 points by Corey McGetty. I mean, just on fire.
It was a Big 3 record.
Big 3 record at the time, but it was David Hawkins at the end, able to cap it off, 18 points. We also had Amar'e and Nate Robinson contribute with 12, or Jermaine O'Neal with 12 points. So it was a tough-fought game down to the wire. I don't expect anything different. I still think Power has the edge.
David Hawkins won it with that 3. Here's a look at the lineup. Dr. J, Julius Irving leads the Tri-State squad. And the Hall of Famer, Nancy Lieberman. What a job she's done in her first season here in the Big 3, leading Power to a 7-1 regular season record. Lady Magic, first woman to coach a men's team, a professional men's team. She was the head coach of the NBA Mavs D-League and one of the 50 greatest players of all time, the Doctor. And here's the cat, Katina Mobley. His pass knocked away by Nate Robinson. They're going to call the foul, though, on Big Baby.
Well, that time, Cat didn't see Nate. And that time, if you'd have let Big Baby kind of settle in a little bit, you had a mismatch inside or throw the ball in the air. That time, the advantage was to Nate. He would knock it away now and change possession.
Tri-State in the home white. Robinson got caught in the air. Here's David Hawkins. What a season he's had for Tri-State. Pulls up. That one hits the back rim. Here's Corey McGetty, probably the MVP of the league this year.
Yeah.
He knocks down that 3.
Well, to the winner goes the spoils. So if they end up winning, of course, you got Nancy Lieberman up for Coach of the Year. But again, it's not going to be easy. You got Tri-State right here as balanced, as Power in regards to their roster.
Here's Jermaine O'Neal. Knocks down the jumper. 1 point lead for Power.
Let's go Hawk on it, baby.
X, here we go. Get there. Get there.
Here's McGetty. Into Big Baby. Turns, fires, too strong. Nate Robinson in that Uncle Drew movie. The twist. There to Jermaine O'Neal. Dropping dimes is Nate.
Listen, when Tri-State plays under control, they don't argue. They utilize the strength that they have. They're as good as anybody, but they can get unfocused and undisciplined, and that's cost them some games.
Nice pass. Tina Mobley to Big Baby.
Corey's got to pick up his
The two-man game is so tough in the Big 3. That time, over the top, Corey McGetty winning. Big Baby didn't recover, and Jermaine O'Neal able to slap the glass and finish.
Blue ball.
Hey, Joe! They got 1 second. They got 1 second. They got 1 second.
0.8 seconds is left on the shot clock. Big Baby. The 3.
Let's go.
Here's Nate. Played the character
Stay down.
Boots and Uncle Drew. David Hawkins. Good defense by Katina Mobley and 1. And the Cat will go to the line.
You know, I look for Cat to be more aggressive early. He's kind of laid back a lot of times. You see the defensive play here by Catino. The ball straight up and down and smartly taking it back up. And these are the type of situations where Catino loves to separate himself and say, you know what, I'm being much more aggressive, especially playing against Nate. He has the size, Nate has the quickness. So you got to be smart when you attack Nate, in particular off the dribble.
He's been highly focused, Katina Mobley, the past few weeks. He certainly wants the championship. Missed that one. And the follow. Here's Big Baby, though. Davis.
That's their foul.
Will go to the line.
No. He's on the ground. He's on the ground.
Big Baby had a game winner a couple of weeks ago. Of course, won an NBA championship with the Celtics. Last week, had 14 points against the Ball Hogs.
Rebound the ball, Hawk.
That's too strong.
Get back.
Here's David Hawkins. He's probably been Tri-State's most consistent and best player this regular season. Jermaine O'Neal. Yes! Welcome back, Jermaine O'Neal. He missed about 3 weeks with a shoulder injury. Came back last week, and he still has the nice, soft touch.
Well, we talked about how injuries hampered Trilogy. It's the same thing with this Tri-State team because, like Power, as you see, Corey McGetty missing a shot. The combination of Jermaine O'Neal and Amar'e Stoudemire inside, they give you similar games, but also they're different in some aspects. So that changes up your defense on how you have to guard the two of them.
O'Neal, that one rimmed out. Here's Big Baby using his body, going up strong. Count the basket.
Great job.
See inside the patience, right up into him, and that time Jermaine O'Neal came over a little bit late, and he's still moving right there. So Big Baby, we're always talking about finishing through contact. Yeah, you get the foul, but can you now complete the play to get yourself inside a basket, but then get to the free throw line?
He can't complete the three-point play. 2-point lead. Here's Hawkins. Air ball. Cuts to the basket. Missed that one in the lane.
Get the 50-50s. No.
Corey McGetty. Knocks it in. 4-point lead now for Power. First team to 25. We go to the half.
And tough play that time by Nate Robinson. He wanted to get the ball to his teammate because the ball didn't touch the rim. They didn't have to clear, but unfortunately he threw it right to Corey McGetty. Great defense by Big Baby.
Yeah. O'Neal spun. Knocked away by Glenn Davis.
Give it back.
Here's Big Baby. He's knocked down a couple of threes. They're going to call that foul, though, under the basket on Nate Robinson.
See, and that's what I'm saying. When you try to post up Nate Robinson, he's going to get underneath you. You know what I mean? So that's why when you get it on him, you got to be very careful not to put it down too many times. You got to go up quick or he'll get it from you.
Tino Mobley tried to get it right back to Big Baby.
He's getting winded.
6.
And here comes Amar'e Stoudemire for Tri-State. Seeing his first action, giving Jermaine O'Neal a blow. Quentin Richardson will check in for Corey McGetty.
Shoulder the ball.
Got to go quick.
Here's the cat.
Rebound.
Get back.
Hawkins.
Watch moving screen.
Drive. Left hand, yes. 2-point lead now for Power.
We're here. All right, let's get a stop here. Let's get a stop, man. You all right, Nate? You all right?
Let's go.
I'll screen him. Right here. We in it, Nate.
Here's Mobley. Got the pick from Big Baby. That one comes out. Hawkins inside to Stoudemire. Knocked away by Glenn Davis.
Glenn has some quick hands in there.
5 seconds on the shot clock. And Hawkins has to force it, knocks it down.
Tough shot. Q Rich was right there in his face, but we've seen this all season long from David Hawkins. His ability to make tough shots when contested.
All tied up at 10.
Let's go, move. Come harder.
Here's Big Baby.
Man, play defense.
Everything we got.
Let the man play defense.
I'm just riding him.
Let's go. Get in position. Get the miss. Amar'e, get the miss. Get the miss.
That's a good look from Ref Cam.
Right? Nate looked even shorter from the ref cam.
You know he's going to get you. That's all right.
It's all love over here. It's all love.
Absolutely. Here's Big Baby. Knocks down the free throw, 2-point lead for Power. So far, it's been the big man, the story here. In the first half, Jermaine O'Neal, he's got 6. Big Baby doing it for Power. He's got 4. Power's got a 2-point lead. Welcome back. It's the playoffs here on the Big 3. Power, number 1 seed, led by Lady Magic. Nancy Lieberman, Hall of Famer. Coaching up her squad here in the break.
Okay, it's coming. This is for you. You're going to come. You're going to set it. He's going to act like he's going. Come up and snap back. Okay?
Nancy Lieberman drawing up a play. You heard for the Birdman, Chris Anderson, who's now checked into the game. Corey Maggette, Birdman, Q Rich for Power.
And let's see if the play gets the results that they're looking for. Post up inside.
Here's Maggette. Missed it, but there's Q Rich with a follow.
Hey, watch the push in the back, bro.
You know what's interesting about that huddle?
Let's see if we can get going.
Ryan, you've been around this long enough, basketball, football, even in boxing. Coaches, trainers have their own styles. Some are more aggressive, some yell, some. But if you listen to Nancy, her demeanor is always calm. But directly, if you watch the eyes and the body language of her players, they're intense. So they hold on to what she's saying. And she understands the mentality of her players. And that's why she's able to coach them in a certain way. And they're able to get the results from it.
Q Rich lost that one out of bounds, but Power's got a 4-point lead.
Let's go, Nate. Need you ready.
Stun.
David Hawkins, Amar'e Stoudemire, Nate Robinson in for Tri-State. Here's Nate. He's going to pull up. Got it. Don't let him get hot.
There you go. There you go.
Well, especially if he can use the pick and roll. I mean, the thing is with Nate, even though he is a great finisher, you still want to force him probably to get to the basket and finish over the top with your big man inside.
Here's Nate again, open for 3. Maggette. Fade. That one comes right off the rim to Stoudemire. 10 on the shot clock.
No.
Nate, good ball. They got the Birdman up.
All right.
Good ball.
Why was there no
That's the way
shot?
to get yourself going, man.
We caught him in the air, went up.
Smartly, Nate Robinson knows how to get his shot off. And right here, using the pick,
2.8.
setting the feet, pump fake. I'm telling you, one dribble. Now you get into your shot, and the pump fake right there, Chris Anderson, you can't bail him out at the end of the shot clock. Always tough.
Already on the floor. Here's Nate from distance. It's a little short.
You know what's interesting? Last week we were talking about Corey Maggette and Ricky Davis coming down to the wire as far as the scoring title. Corey's really not going for it. Good defense that time by Hawkins. They called a foul on Corey Maggette, but he told me that his hamstring was bothering him a little bit. See the quick hands right here by David Hawkins, and then the foul by Corey kind of WWE.
I'm going to grab you so you can't get the basketball.
But he indicated that that's why he really didn't go for the title, is because his hamstring was hampering him a little bit in regards to his explosion, and he didn't want to overexert himself to see David Hawkins with the 4-point shot.
Q Rich misses the 3. Knocks the ball out of Nate's hands. 10 on the shot clock. First team to 25, we go to the half. Here's Stoudemire. He's yet to put up a shot. Nate tried to throw it back to Stoudemire. Should have shot it.
Should have shot it. And if I'm Doc, too, the thing that I want to do with Nate and Amar'e, which we've seen early on in the season, is that side pick and roll, top pick and roll between the two. Because Amar'e can pick and pop, or he dives to the basket and can finish at the rim.
David Hawkins thought he had a clean block.
They go in there.
Whitney Richardson will go to the line, shooting 1 for 2.
Hey, guys. You're going in there.
1 for 2.
Make sure Bird is setting 1X. Bring it over here. You can, but set this screen here. You're going to come to
Power.
screen roll if you don't have it. And then
Now
Bird
with a
will be
4-point
here,
lead.
and we'll get lobs to the ring.
They lead this one early on, despite shooting just 23% right now from the field.
Yeah, but they're able to get some easy baskets. Despite, and that one was just Corey Maggette recognizing that Nate Robinson went underneath the screen. And he was able to get going to his left. Is really good rhythm shot for a right-handed player.
6-point lead now.
Nice
Here's
pass.
Nate Robinson.
Great job.
It's just like you in high school. Sometimes you just take what the defense gives you, right?
Yeah,
Goes under the screen. One dribble pull up.
No foul shot.
You know, we talked about maybe Corey Maggette. He's probably the MVP of the league. Averaged 16 points this season. Set a Big 3 scoring record with 34 points. That was against Tri-State in week 3. Finished second in scoring and assists.
When you think about that, that's coming back off an Achilles injury. Okay?
Tore the Achilles in the first game of the season last year.
You know how hard that is to come back from an injury like that and still have some kind of explosion, whether that's jumping, lateral movement, finishing at the rim, and yet still he came back and looked better than ever.
They're going to call that.
What did he do?
That foul on Big Baby. Setting the pick on Nate.
I mean, right here, I mean, my goodness. I mean, anywhere Big Baby hits you with a pick, let alone a knee to the thigh.
Can he jump stop?
It's going to hurt. But, you know, you got to be a little bit more patient, though. I always say this to guards. Be a half a second late
Hey, let's
when
go.
your post player is setting the pick. A half a second early is going to get them a foul like we see because they're still in the process
Let him
of moving.
set it.
So Nate will go to the line shooting 1 for 2. Got it. Now Tri-State will retain possession because they're in the bonus.
They're trying to exploit this mismatch with Hawk against Big Baby, but how about the movement right there?
And got in the wall.
Well, I mean, Big Baby used the space he had on the weak side to benefit him. Right here, he jumps to the spot, forces Hawk to the baseline, then he recovers now, but Hawk did a great job of pump faking, but he couldn't keep that pivot foot down, and ultimately turned it over with the travel.
2-point lead for Power. Big Baby in the lane. No. Rebound Hawkins. Nate misses that 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
Come on, Bonus.
Come on, go.
Here's
go, go.
Coutinho Mobley.
Come on, guys.
Big Baby. Left hand, yes. Power 5 points away from the half. They're up 4.
You see how Big Baby slithered through that tiny gap and got inside and finished with a soft left hand?
Here's Amar'e. Got it.
Two-man game, baby. And it ain't that difficult. I'm telling you, when you got an explosive point guard that can turn the corner, or you have a post player like Amar'e that can pick and pop, but also be creative once he gets it on the block. I mean, that's a play that I would exploit and continue to run until Power can stop it.
2-point lead. Here's Glenn Davis. Spin. Oh, that baby
Agile, mobile, versatile.
4-point lead now for Power. Nate with the left hand. Out of control.
Yeah, no, baby,
Come on,
baby.
come on, what you want? How you want it? Feel you? All right, I'm a slither in between the small slot. Then on the baseline, you reach, I teach, baby. I'm going to the baseline to finish this.
He has been awesome for Power.
Well, he's been awesome for the league.
Yes, he
I
has.
mean, you know what I mean? The excitement. Too close for comfort right there with that pass from Cat. But he's been so great for the energy of the league and how he plays, the excitement, the energy he brings, I think the enthusiasm. And not only do his teammates feed off of him, but the crowd, as you see, when he makes a move or does something special, they chime in as well.
He's got 8 points. Trying to make it his 6th straight game in double figures in scoring. Here's the Birdman, Chris Anderson. That's off to the right. Lonzie Wells is checked in for Tri-State.
#1 is the shooter. All right, we get the ball back. Get the ball back.
Come on, guys.
So here's Amar'e Stoudemire.
Shots.
Stat will go to the line. He averages 8 a game.
You're going to get birdie.
This is another guy who very much so wants to be playing in the NBA this fall. Free throw too strong. Getty now. Pull up. Short. Here's Hawkins. Drives the baseline.
Under.
Pulls up. Got it. David Hawkins.
Travel. Sub.
Hawkins got 6.
Hey,
Dr. J squad
get to
down
the line.
2.
Aggressive.
Power can send this one to the half with a 3.
Come on, get up on him. Get on the right hand.
They go to the Birdman. Turn fires.
Well, I like that because a lot of times you overthink the situation when you get into the post.
Solid
That time,
D.
Birdman got his feet settled, turned to the baseline, and just let it go. No thoughts. It was an easy, soft stroke.
Down.
Here's Hawk. Got it. The 3.
Speaking of stroke.
1 point lead.
Come on.
Push him over here. Push him
Hawks
over here.
got 9.
Push him over here.
Here's Katino Mobley. Blocked. But follows it up. And Power will go to the half with a 3-point lead.
Katino would not be denied on that one, Brian.
They're the #1 seed here in the playoffs. And they've got a 3-point lead over the 4 seed Tri-State. Tell me what you like so far in this first half.
Again, the calmness and demeanor of Power. Not too high, not too low. Tri-State makes a run, but Power able to respond and go into the halftime with momentum.
Let's go to the Power huddle. Here's Michael Rappaport.
All right, I'm here with Big Baby Davis, who's having a great game. What do you guys need to do to pull this game out?
We got to make our free throws. We're missing some easy buckets. Make sure we play defense and rebound the ball the second half.
All right, well, your coach is calling. You keep going. Good luck with this game. Fellas, this is a real tough, grown man, smash mouth, Big 3 playoff game.
3-point lead. You're right, Rap. It's gone back and forth. It's the playoffs. And David Hawkins, he's got 9 for Tri-State. Big Baby, he's got 8 for Power. And they've got a 3-point lead at the half.
Drop the bass.
We are here in Dallas. Your halftime score, Power leads this one 26-23. The winner of this game, if this man next to me, Gary Payton, the head coach of the Three-Headed Monsters, has anything to say about it, you will be taking on one of those 2 teams if you get the job done. You're next. What have you seen from this first half out of these 2 teams?
Well, you know, Tri-State beat Power in the regular season, which was a good game, and Power had a great game with Corey Maggette at the time, and he had 34. I think Tri-State matches up with him really, really well. Nate Robinson gives him a problem. He keeps the pressure on him, and then the big men are doing the same thing. So I see this is going to be going to the end of the end. Somebody's going to win by 2 or 1 or 3 or 2 points, and it's going to be a tough ball game.
And What do you have to do to get the job done against Three's Company?
Well, Three's Company, you know, without Baron Davis, it's going to be a big thing for us. I think McMood has to be aggressive. I think Reggie's going to do the same thing. But who I got to get the key out of is Quintel Woods. If Quintel Woods come to play and we play together and we play defense, I think we can get by him.
You know, Rappaport's always bragging about unprecedented access. Where else can you get the head coach of the basketball team right before his big game? Are you ready, G?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Hey,
you know I stay ready.
You stay ready. Look
Born
at this
ready.
crowd.
Oh, this is a great crowd in Dallas. That's why he had it here. Last year was the same way. I think this year is even better for the playoffs.
Save your mouth, because I know you'll be running it shortly.
Absolutely.
GP, always the best. Let's send it over to Brian and Jimmy. Thanks.
All right, Carissa, thank you. Of course, GP and his team will be playing next. Baby Bash playing here at the half, but it was all about Big Baby. Boy, and he was bashing Tri-State in that first half.
But it's not the points, it's his impact on the game and on his team, the energy that he brings, okay? I'm telling you, it's contagious, and you can see it within his team. And the things that he's able to do, scoring-wise, playing defense, that's one thing. But being that team guy that brings everybody together, that's why this power team is so tough to beat.
Jermaine O'Neal had Tri-State's first 6 points, hadn't scored since. What do you think Dr. J told his Tri-State squad in that?
We go back to the basic, simple things, the two-man game, the pick and roll. You have a shot, you take it. But more importantly, you got to get stops on defense. Stops is what's going to get us back in this game.
Here's Jermaine O'Neal. Knocks down the jumper.
And how about, Tri-State coming out with the big lineup. So you have both Jermaine O'Neal and Amar'e.
All right, let's go.
Now,
like that.
you should run, if you're power, to counteract that. To try to get in a lot of pick and roll scenarios to try to isolate the two of them with Maggette and also Tino.
There's the isolation with Maggette, and it works. Bucket and one. He'll go to the line.
Well, you just find the mismatch, and that's what I'm talking about on that, because Nate Robinson, that time, underneath, got to find out. If you choose to double team, you're double teaming off of Coutinho, you come off of Big Baby Davis. Well, he's all the way on the weak side, so you can't get there quick enough. So that was a quick move. Great recognition that time by Corey Maggette.
And he finishes the three-point play. Lead is 4 for Power. Nate Robinson brings it in, gets the pick from Amar'e Stoudemire. He's going to pull for 3. It's too strong. Stoudemire the finish. And 1, but that's Amar'e.
And it is, but the quick play forced Coutinho to have to try to get a body on Amar'e when he was moving full speed down the lane, and he just couldn't get there. The size of Amar'e won that battle.
Boxing out early.
With 4 and 4 so far.
Box out.
The lead is 1 for the top seed Power. These two played in week 3, and it was Tri-State who won by 4 points. Here's Katina Mobley, the cat, steps into a 3. Tipped by Stoudemire, but
I got the help.
to Corey Maggette. Drives the baseline and draws the foul on Jermaine O'Neal.
Quick attack. That time the defense can't get set.
Nice job, Corey.
Smartly, instead of settling, attacked the baseline, and Amar'e couldn't get there quick enough. He picked up the foul.
Watch Nate.
Maggette with 10 points. 5 boards right now. He finished just 2 points behind Ricky Davis for the Big 3 scoring title this season.
Step in too early.
He had nowhere to go.
That one out. Here's Nate. And he will go to the line as he draws the foul.
We've left 8 points on the board, missing our foul shots. Let's go.
Let's go. This ball is live. Drop it down, Nate.
Coach Nancy Lieberman was not happy. He said, listen, we've left about 8 points on the board, missing free throws.
Yep. But I'm telling you, it comes back to haunt you later on when you're not able to make your free throws when you get those opportunities.
Tri-State now with the lead. Up 2. Nate comes up with the loop ball to Jermaine O'Neal, who rocks the rim. And Tri-State up 4. This is their first lead since early in the game when it was 4-3. Rebound by O'Neal.
Make a play.
Oh, between the legs to O'Neal. Too strong. Couldn't finish it.
Hey, that's what's offensive.
Here's Big Baby working on stats.
Look at the push.
Using that body.
It's a safe down on the arm.
Little trickeration right here, but look at that. Nate Robinson, the first one on the floor, usually wins the battle. And right here, excuse me. Oh my, that's more Rucker Park type stuff. Mix one and take stuff. 4-point lead for the 4th seed, Tri-State over the number 1 seed, Power. Playoffs. It's the Big 3, and it's the playoffs. We're in Dallas here on Fox, and Dr. J's Tri-State squad on an 8-0 run. They've got the lead. Dr. J, we've got him wired up. And Doc, what do you like out of your squad here in the second half?
Well, you know, it looked like in that first half, Powell plays with such poise that we needed to try to do something different. So we went with a big lineup, trying to make them adjust to us, and it's working out thus far.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you too, when did you see that may be an advantage for you to go with Amar'e and Jermaine on this, since Jermaine had a pretty nice beginning to the game?
Yeah, the last couple of days, the team's been practicing together. And Amar'e's been good and Jermaine's been good, and there's a chemistry there. We just got to make it work. Got to give them a chance to play together.
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate it. We'll check back in with you.
All right, thanks.
Here's Katino Mobley over Nate Robinson. And the lead is now 2.
And this is very similar to that first game, kind of jockeying for position, going back and forth. Neither team can really create that separation they're looking for.
Here's Jermaine O'Neal. Stoudemire, the follow no. McGetty, the 3. That's what you call a body shot.
Big shot, but also to keep in mind, when you argue with an official on 3-on-3, somebody's going to be open. If you don't get back out, and that time Amar'e got stuck on the ground. Corey McGetty was wide open for a 3, maybe open again.
For 3, count it. Corey McGetty's got the hot hand.
Yeah, another body shot, huh?
He's got 16. The lead is now 4 for Power, and Doc's going to call a timeout.
These last 2 3-pointers by Corey McGetty are results of Tri-State not able to recover. And again, with 3-on-3, if you don't communicate and get out quickly, the other team moves the ball faster than you run, then you're never going to recover. You're going to have wide open shots like this, and Corey McGetty hitting himself on the head.
Average is 16. He's got 16 right now. So we've talked about Ricky Davis has the scoring title. Reggie Evans, rebounding title. Who would you have as MVP?
Corey McGetty. Yeah. I mean, Corey McGetty, I thought he was the most consistent all year, even though he didn't win the scoring title down the stretch. But he was the one that Coach of the Year. Nancy Lieberman, they were #1 coming into the playoffs. Why not? How about Defensive Player of the Year, Reggie Evans? And also, how about Reggie's top 3, top 4 in scoring in the league? But he could guard anybody, of course. Come on, man.
You even get the trash talker of the league.
Nobody does it better. The exchange with he and Dante Jones, Gary Payton, instant classic.
That went viral.
What?
That went viral. So Tri-State basically started the second half on an 8-0 run to get themselves a lead, and Power has responded with their own 8-0 run, and they're up 4 now. And here's Amar'e Stoudemire spinning and winning and lays it in. Lead is now 2. First team to 50 wins it. You got to win by 2. The winner of this game goes to the championship next week in Brooklyn, and there's the Cat for 3.
But how about the decision a quick decision by Corey Maggette. Once he pumped and recognized that Hawk slid down underneath, immediately swung the ball to Coutinho, who was open for that three-point shot.
Stoudemire working on Maggette. Here's Big Baby to Coutinho Mobley. He was the heart and soul of this team last season. The dish to Big Baby. Challenged at the rim. Nothing easy in the playoffs.
That's just like the NBA, right? Some of the calls you thought you were getting in the regular season, you're not getting right now. Decision making. Pump fake, bop, get up in the air. Recognize his backcourt mate was wide open. Look at that. Hawk got kind of stuck in between of no man's land and couldn't recover.
5-point lead now for Power. Hawkins. O'Neal. Yes, that's money in the bank from there.
Big Baby's like, man, what am I supposed to do?
Jermaine O'Neal. He's got 12. Tri-State, though, down 3. Here's Maggette. 5 on the shot clock. Baby working on Amar'e. Stoudemire powers his way in. They're going to call the reach in on Tri-State.
Live bodies banging. But again, if the officials are not going to call, you just keep playing, and then eventually I think the calls will go your way.
Hey, Chris.
Come on, man. Come on now.
Here we go, baby. Drop these.
Play off there, come on.
Drop these.
So Birdman will go to the line, shooting 1 for 2.
Here we go, guys.
Go up, I clamp it. He comes down with the clamp, jump off. Or he travel, one of the two.
Too strong.
Yeah, Big Baby not able to convert that time.
Here's David Hawkins working on Coutinho Mobley. Spins, runs right into Glenn Davis, banks it home, and they count the bucket and call the foul on Big Baby.
I mean, that was just straight determination that time by David Hawkins. The defense right here by Corey Maggette was actually pretty good, but the constant moving, shifting by Hawk, he was able to get inside, and Big Baby, I don't know, that was close. That was very close. Big Baby has an argument that time that he was, see if he's set. I think Hawk really came right into where Big Baby was at.
Challenge. We want to challenge it. We want to challenge it.
Let me just clarify. Yeah, I know space. We can listen. But what they cleared up to us as the year went on is just let me finish. Is the restricted area is not a challengeable play, but we can look at it.
You can't change it in the middle of the season. You can't change it in the middle of the season without telling us.
We didn't change anything. It was never a challengeable play.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That's always challengeable.
Where's Ron? Hey, where's Ron? Where's the referee guy?
So the controversy is whether or not Big Baby was in the restricted area.
Yeah, but here's the thing, just like the NBA, is if they call a charge. Now, the opposite team can challenge it to say his feet were on the line. He wasn't inside the arc. He wasn't. That's when you can challenge it. But what they're calling now, because it was just a regular foul, it wasn't a charge call.
And one.
It's, you guys got to get this right.
So here's David Hawkins to complete the three-point play. Got it.
Take another look. Let's see, my understanding is here, he's outside the restricted area, okay?
Come on, David.
If
Hit him over
that's
here.
called a charge,
Let him operate over here.
then it's reviewable in regards to maybe his foot was on the line or not.
Help,
Okay, by Tri-State if they wanted to.
Good ball fake by Q Rich. Here's a charge.
And see, that in itself, if they look back and say, well, Jermaine O'Neal inside the arc where his foot was on the line or above the line, now you can challenge that. But this one is clearly, let's see, Jermaine O'Neal's foot is not inside, it's above the line, so it's a charge. And that play stands.
Those are the plays that either win games or lose games.
So we are all tied up here as Jermaine O'Neal goes to the line.
Let's do it. Let's go.
No.
A tough miss right there. Opportunity for Power to get the rebound. Let's see if Tri-State can take advantage of it.
Hawkins picked up ball to that Amar'e. 2-point lead for Tri-State. They're on a 7-0 run. And Nancy Lieberman will call a timeout.
You know what's interesting, in that last delay, Nancy Lieberman talked about the little things are going to win us or lose us the game. Free throw shot, you don't get the rebound, and now Tri-State is able to take advantage. It's the little things, those lost possessions that cost you, in particular late down the stretch. Again, it's a missed free throw. Corey Maggette really didn't commit either way to either stop the drive, so getting caught in between, you open it up, and Amar'e smartly played a little peekaboo behind the defense to get behind to be able to get that pass, receive the pass, and finish.
Okay, wait a second. If you will come up and give him space, go back door, it's got to be a hard cut. That's you. No, you be here. Give us space. You got to come down and cut back in.
Let's go, baby.
Keep in mind, first team to 50 wins this game. You got to win by 2. This is the playoffs. The winner heads to the championship game in Brooklyn. This has been a second half of runs. Both teams have had 8-0 runs. Tri-State currently on a 7-0 run.
Push him this way. Push him this way.
Here's Corey Maggette. Fades. No.
Get it. Go.
Mobley. Good block by Stoudemire.
Goaltending.
That's all right. Sure about that? That's all right. Are you sure about that?
Well, let's see if he hit the glass first.
It's goaltending.
Yeah. Well, they went to goaltending to see if he hit the glass, or did Amar'e put it against the glass? No, hit the glass first. It's goaltending.
Yeah.
I had a clarification from the official, too, that all year long in the Big 3, the restricted area was never reviewable. Whether it was a charge, a block, whatever it was never a reviewable play. Well, let's take a look again. The ball, as you see, Coutinho off the glass right there, and Amar'e comes in afterwards. So this should be an easy call for the officials.
That angle looked a little bit close. You can see, right, yes. Right, ooh, that's close. Bang, bang play.
Hey, what you want? What you want right here?
Okay. Let's go, guys. Defend. Get a stop.
Got you. All right. Let's go.
So with the goaltending, we are all tied up now at 42. Tino Mobley now has 12 points for Power.
Get off the court. Let's go. See it.
David Hawkins, the pick from O'Neal. Roll, gets it to him. Challenged at the rim by Corey Maggette. They'll call the foul on Maggette.
Coutinho.
Two-man game once again. Again, David Hawkins allowed the kid Jermaine O'Neal to set the pick, and that just opened up the opportunity to get O'Neal open on the roll.
You're getting lined up. You got to go over or under. We're not switching a big little.
O'Neal knocks down the free throw. 2-point lead for Doc's squad, Tri-State.
Again, the advantage of being in the penalty, you convert. And the free throw line, now you got a chance to extend the lead on this offensive possession by Tri-State.
Here's David Hawkins, drive, forces it. Corey Maggette chases it down.
And how about the play, Coutinho getting over the top, took away the two-man game from Tri-State.
Here's the catch. And the bump by David Hawkins.
Well, see, it's the little things once again. Nancy Lieberman talked to Coutinho about getting over. Coutinho got over, so it took away that advantage of the pick and roll.
On the side. Let's go. Play D. Play D.
Corey Maggette had to come out. You talked about the hamstring last week. He looks like he's dealing with it again this week.
Well, even at halftime, he was getting rubbed down a little bit, but it was more so in around his ankle area.
Here's Big Baby. Challenges O'Neal. And one. And do your dance, big boy.
Yes.
Big Baby.
Make it.
Again, I mean, his ability at his size,
Make it.
with all that contact and all that girth and strength, able still to have a soft touch around the rim. That's a gift, my man.
He's got 11. And Power has a 1-point lead.
Two-man game, Coutinho, Big Baby.
Oh, the count.
Hey, I had the rebound, knocked out of my hand. Here we go. Are you sure? Come on! Hold it.
Get on the glass.
Dr. J wants a review. Stoudemire claims the ball was knocked out of his hands. Let's see.
Well, he's got to hurry up and hand the ball to him.
So he's trying to, Stats trying to say the Birdman came behind him and knocked it out.
You got to get every.
Let's see, right here. Nope, he hit his hand.
You dominate that.
He hit it. It looks like he hit his. How much hand and how much ball?
That ball's out on
So
Chris
you
Jackson.
got to see it at the other angle. I don't know. Yeah, he might got his finger in there.
That's going to be a close call, man. Here's Stoudemire ball.
See what I'm saying? See how the hand is kind of on it?
But that right hand there, right there at the very end on Stoudemire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it got to be, in order to change it, it has to be undisputable in regards to that.
There you go. Power basketball.
Yeah.
Off of Stoudemire.
Yep. Big time possession here. Both teams, defense for Tri-State, offense for Power.
And both teams in the bonus. So if there's a foul, you can go to the line, knock down your free throws, you retain the ball, the basketball. Here's Coutinho Mobley. 1-point lead. Drives. And spins. And one. And will go to the line.
I said it before, big time player, make big time plays in big time situations. And Hawk that time getting caught with his hand in a cookie jar. We talked about Big Baby's ability to finish through contact. Cat able to do it, but not able to complete the three-point play. Oh,
here's the steal by Big Baby. A three can win it for Power, and they'll head to the championship game. The Cat for the win. No. And here's David Hawkins. Hawk. The three. Foul by Coutinho Mobley. He will go to shoot 1 for 3.
Makes it. Guess what?
Interesting.
Retains it.
Yes.
Coutinho. If he could get this back again, see right there, see being half a step behind, now you're trying to recover and you're lunging in with your body at that angle. Your body's going to take you into the shooter. Whether it's a little bit of contact or not, it's, you know, that's a tough call.
Let's go.
Was it contact? Yeah, a little bit. Was it enough for the call? I'm really not sure.
David Hawkins has 12. Jermaine O'Neal, 12. Amar'e Stoudemire, 11 for Tri-State. The Hawk shooting 1 for 3 and trying to tie this game up. Stoudemire grabs the board.
Get another offensive rebound. Tri-State in a tough situation.
He tried to get it to Stoudemire. Big Baby. And here's the Cat now. A 3 wins it.
And Cat could have took the ball back up for a layup.
5 on the shot clock. For the win, the Cat. Too strong.
Wide.
Hawkins for 3. Yes! We're tied in Dallas.
Why take the shot? I mean, Cat, use your ability. You've been getting to the basket. Don't bail them out with a 3-point shot.
Got to win by 50. First team to 50. Got to win by 2. Jermaine O'Neal and Big Baby get tied up. Now, the first foul, even when you're on the bonus like this, it goes out on the side, correct?
After 46, you have a give-take foul, okay? But the ball goes on the side, unless it was shooting. This one was on the floor. Now, the next foul, whether it's shooting or not, puts you back at the free throw line. And again, the league did that so to try to prevent maybe shooting a free throw to win the game. But your power, what do you do, Brian, in this situation? You attack, again, right off the dribble, okay? Now you got the mismatches you want because you got Jermaine and Amar'e. Pull them out on the perimeter and drive them.
They go into Big Baby. We're tied up at 47. Jab step. Works on Jermaine O'Neal. In the lane. Fade. Yes! 2-point lead for Power.
Now again, even if Tri-State makes a 3, you still got to win by 2. That only gives them 50 points. But Power has to be smart and don't foul on the 3-point attempt or even on the drive.
Here's Stoudemire spinning. Got it. Bakes it home.
Hey, that's okay. You didn't commit the foul. Okay? But Power, once again, I think they're going to go back to Big Baby. He's been successful in this situation.
49 all. Here's Big Baby working on Jermaine O'Neal. 5 on the shot clock. Big Baby backs him down, spins. 1 on the shot clock. It's a violation. Tri-State gets a stop.
Wow. What a big stop by Jermaine O'Neal. He sat down defensively. But this is what happens when you get yourself in the late shot clock with your post player. He's trying to bail you out, not aware of how much time is there. And there's Jermaine O'Neal. Nancy Lieberman can't believe it.
We got a timeout here in Dallas. Oh, this is playoff basketball here in the Big 3, tied up at 49.
Put a little pressure on the ball. Okay.
Now remember, the last time these two teams played week 3 of the regular season, it was David Hawkins, that man, who won it. How about this with a step back 3?
And it was Corey Maggette with the big points, but it was David Hawkins with the closer to seal the deal for Tri-State. You don't think you're thinking about that right now?
Oh, absolutely. What will Dr. J and Tri-State draw up here? Tied up at 49. Point game coming for Tri-State. Ice Cube, the league founder, sitting courtside. Nate Robinson, he's had a couple of game winners. He's had 9.
Well, how about the substitution here? Catino, Mobley, and both Corey Maggette are out. Defensively, you got Big Baby, Chris Anderson, and Q Rich. So I imagine if Tri-State doesn't score,
he'll get the steal. Big Baby for the win. And Tri-State fouls him.
Well, let's take a look here. Q may have gotten away with a reach right there. That was a foul. He got away with it. And right here, Hawk on the backside. Again, it's more of the momentum of David Hawkins. Just watch at the end when Big Baby is falling to his left. and then the contact comes there, just makes a hard fall. It wasn't a flagrant play, in my opinion. Hawk going for the block, right? He's going for the block, and he hits the ball. And it's just contact afterwards. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is a flagrant.
Hit the ball.
The refs are going to take a look at it. So will you from ref cam.
I mean, once again, watch it. Hawk is going for the ball. He hits it. Okay, it's a foul. It's a hard foul. What makes it look bad is the way Big Baby fell. But look at his momentum. His momentum is already going to his left. Okay.
So it looks like they're going to not call it a flagrant.
Yeah, it's a basketball play. It's a correct call.
No flagrant. So Big Baby will go to the line.
You know, even if Big Baby comes out, if he keeps his balance, the play is not in question in regards to whether it was a flagrant. It's just the fact that how he landed and the optics of how it looked made it seem like it was a flagrant foul. Here we go.
So Big Baby, he's got 13. He can win it at the line, and Power with a make will head to the championship game in Brooklyn next week.
Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd.
They are into it. Count it! Power, the #1 seed, will head to the championship game in Brooklyn next week. Nancy Lieberman, Lady Magic. Her team continues to have the magic, and they have now won 6 straight. What a game, Jim.
Isn't it what we expected? Again, remember when you were little at the free throw line to win it, to ice it? Here you go. Big Baby. He's been effective all night again. Beautiful, took his time, used his legs. The arch was right. The release was right. And watch Corey Maggette. See, this is why I love the Big 3. Grown men who played at the highest level, and yet and still, when it comes down to winning games, getting to a champ, that's pure excitement and joy right there by these young men.
Big Baby had 15 points, scored Power the last 7 of their 9 points. They're headed to the championship game. We got another game coming up next on Fox.